He is a Hall of Famer, one of the best players of this, or maybe the last generation. I don't know if it's this generation, last generation, and an innovator who's got a great idea. We're going to tell you about it in a minute. But we got to welcome in Mr. Tracy McGrady. T-Mac, what's up, brother?
Tracy, what's up?
Chris, my brother, Rob, who didn't know I was a Hall of Famer. It's all good. What's up, guys?
No,
we were jumping on LeBron. We were jumping on LeBron.
Yes.
Like,
Hey,
did you see that?
Did you see what he said?
I thought somebody sent that to me. I just broke down laughing. I thought that was hilarious.
He didn't know you or Grant Hill. I'm like, LeBron, you're a student of the game. You don't know who's in the Hall of Fame?
Right.
Yeah.
We were like, come on, man.
It was a lot going on during our introduction. So, Grant during the pandemic, and then mine was during, hurricanes and all that season. So it was just a lot going on. So I can understand it. But what's up, guys?
T-Mac, let me ask you this. And we want to get to your new endeavor, which I think is awesome. But let me ask you this quickly, since we started with LeBron. And he obviously kind of innovated this player-generated super team, and that's how he won his championships. Let's keep it real. And you almost were a part of what definitely would have been a super team when you went to Orlando as a free agent, and you guys got Grant Hill, but he ended up being hurt, and you almost got Tim Duncan. How much do you think, or particularly when you see these super teams forming, do you ever think that, man, what could have been with the three of you guys together?
Come on, bro. I mean, let's just look at what Tim Duncan became. Five-time champion and arguably the greatest power forward of all time. And if G. Hill never would have got hurt, we could be talking about him being, one of the greatest small forwards of all time. So, yeah, I think about that? Absolutely. And I think, going through my career and looking back on it, it's a lot of what ifs. You know what I mean? What if I would have stayed in Toronto and played with Vince? You know what I mean? And what if I never would have got hurt when we finally got some help in Houston when we added Ron Artest to our team and what we already had? Like, that would have been a championship contending team. But, I think about it often, but it is what it is.
One of your funniest moments to me, and I was working in Detroit back then, was when you guys, come on, T-Mac, yes. And you guys beat the Pistons in Game 4, I think, to go up, 3-1, I think it was.
3-1.
Yeah. And that was your first, you thought you had moved on to the second round.
It was the first year they moved it to 7 games.
Right. Yeah. And I remember, and you were being interviewed, and you're like, man, it's great to move into the second round. And then the reporters were like, no, Tracy, it's not, the series isn't over. Just talk about that. How surprised?
Rob, did you hear me say that?
Oh.
You heard me say that. Did you ever hear me say that? Or you heard somebody tell you I said that?
Yes, tell me. That was always been the story, Tracy, in Detroit, that you thought you had.
Were you there, Rob?
I
was there.
So we can go back. We can go back.
Let's clear it up.
And pull up a lot of clips what guys said back then. Rashid with his, both teams played hard. Go and find that clip for me. Find that clip for me, and I'll come back on your show and we'll talk about it.
All right.
So you saying you never said it though?
Never.
Wow.
Not the way he just said it.
Okay.
No.
So did you think you were in the second round or no? Let's clear it up. So you thought the series was still going on? Okay. Well, I'll find that. I'll talk to that. Yep, I remember that. Okay.
So tell us what you said.
I don't remember verbatim what I said, but not what Rob just said.
Okay.
I knew the series was still going on.
Okay. Well, you're right. That was
3-1.
Misrepresented then.
Yeah.
That was definitely misrepresented.
I can remember being in the press room when everybody said Tracy thought the series was over, and I remember that day. Okay. I'll definitely look up that. Okay.
That's good.
Let's talk about his new venture. That's what I want to hear about.
Tracy, you are the founder of the Ones Basketball League, which is a national one-on-one league. So tell us, I think it's a great idea because obviously one-on-one basketball is just a part of the culture. So what made you come up with the idea? and tell us where it's going right now.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that really motivated me to start this league. One is, I have two sons that are 16 and 13, and these guys don't watch NBA. They don't watch NCAA basketball. And, they always bring me these YouTube highlight videos of guys playing on a park, and I just seen the energy around these parks. With guys, they start out with 4-on-4 basketball, but then two guys get to talking trash, and it turns to 1-on-1, and the fans just go crazy. Everybody, the energy was infectious, and I just loved everything about it. And then, being a director of a AAU program, a lot of these, kids, that's all they talk about is 1-on-1 basketball. All my kids do is love to play. At the end of practice, they always want to play. They call it King of the Court. Every single day, they want to play 1-on-1 basketball.
Really? And they just call each other out and go 1-on-1.
Yeah, so they could call absolutely. But then on a bigger scale, I just look at the platform of what I can create for guys that are out here on these blocks that are heavily skilled in the game of basketball. Guys that didn't make it to the league. Jadakiss said it best: "It's a guy up north better than Jordan that ain't get that break. They out here."
Right.
I'm talking about guys that got skills like KD and James Harden and Kyrie. These guys are out here. I've seen it with my own eyes. And there's a lot of 1-on-1 underground leagues. So I'm really not creating anything different. I'm just, a name and really creating a platform for these guys to create some superstars and really tell their stories. Same what UFC did for their guys. I mean, you didn't know Conor McGregor or any of these guys before they got on a UFC platform, right?
No,
so that's what OBL is, man. Just creating an opportunity for these guys that have probably been overlooked in their careers, say they wasn't good enough or couldn't, play in a 5-on-5 setting.
So is this league geared towards the younger crowd? Is that who you're trying to capture their attention, or will old school basketball fans be interested in it?
I think it's both, really. I think the Gen Zers will love it because it's short-form content. The games are extremely short. But then I think as a basketball fan, from a competitive standpoint, you will love to see who's the best 1-on-1 basketball player. Because, we talk about MJ, we talk about LeBron as being the greatest basketball player of all time, but that's in a 5-on-5 setting. What about 1-on-1? I don't think LeBron in the NBA is the best 1-on-1 basketball player. He's the greatest in the league, but I don't think when it comes to 1-on-1 basketball, I think there are some guys that can beat him in a game of 1-on-1.
Tracy, and I think Rob and I may have talked about it before, people are always looking up for ways to spice up All-Star Weekend. And I felt like a 1-on-1 tournament would be awesome. But I don't think players would do it.
Egos, right?
Because of brand, ego. Like LeBron, you mentioned LeBron. He has absolutely nothing to gain from a 1-on-1 tournament, right? Because if he wins, it's like, well, we expected it. If he loses, now he loses some stature. You know what I'm saying? Right. So do you think dudes would do it?
Right.
I think the guys, like somebody like Kyrie will definitely get in it because he is just that confident and he's built for that type of game. I think some guys would be overly protective of their brand and won't get involved in 1-on-1 basketball. But I definitely think it's needed and it'll be appealing to the fans and add another entertainment, if you will, to All-Star Weekend because the slam dunk contest is just not it.
Right, it has its down years for sure. Okay, so you just said LeBron, you don't think he'd win 1-on-1, and we're talking about not now, but I assume you mean even in his prime, right? Even when he was in his prime. But so who do you think? Let's say from your generation, including LeBron's generation, like who do you think is the best NBA 1-on-1 player in the league? Who you think it would be?
I honestly think, the obvious is myself. You got Kobe. But there are some guys out there, man, like your Gilbert Arenas and your Baron Davis, like AIs. These are 1-on-1 killers. This is what these guys do. KD, 1-on-1 guy. James Harden, he's a 1-on-1 guy. Like,
have you seen a lot of guys play 1-on-1? Like, your level guys go at it 1-on-1?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, because dudes, do they not want to risk losing or something like that?
You know what, man? I don't know what it is, bro. I really don't. I mean, and when I first came in the league, I love playing one-on-one. That I took a challenge of playing Doug Christie every single day my rookie year, and one-on-one because I knew he was an elite defender in the NBA. So if I could go up against him every day, I knew my skills was going to sharpen, my mental was going to sharpen, and just being able to figure a tough defender out, and that's why I think one-on-one is such an important thing. I think it gets a bad name because people think it's street ball, but I think the different tools that you can learn and gain from playing one-on-one is, I think it enhances your skill set and your mental.
All right, last thing, Tracy.
I'm ready for a celebrity. Me and Chris one-on-one on that level.
Oh man, we gotta have a sports media one-on-one.
I bet y'all would love that.
That would be huge.
Return the favor to us.
How about Skip and Stephen A?
All-Star Weekend.
I know.
All-Star Weekend. Let's have a one-on-one sports media.
God, people would go crazy for that. They would.
Hey, T-Mac, before you go, man, tell us where people can get more information about your league or see it or what the deal is.
Yeah, so you go to oblhoops.com. We got all the social platforms, OBL Hoops. And, I'm really just doing this for those guys that, deserve a second chance, an opportunity to really make a name for themselves, man. I just think there's some untapped talent out there that is being overlooked, and why not give them a platform to be able to showcase their skill set? So that's what OBL is all about.
All right. That's our man, Tracy McGrady, the Hall of Famer. We appreciate the time, man, and good luck with this league because it really sounds exciting.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate your
platform. We're going to get you on again,
Rob,
man.
And Rob, if you find that video, hit us up.
Now, wait a minute. Now, Tracy paid to have that video destroyed. I'm looking. That video has been destroyed.
Hey,
Tracy, you're a bad man.
I have a lot of pull, but I don't have that much pull.
Wow. I'm looking for this video. All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right, T-Mac. Thanks,
man.
brother.
I'll chat with y'all. Y'all be easy, man. Later.
All right, later.